What's your calling? F you. F you. F you. What's your calling? F you. What's your calling?
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're gonna cover something that I'm gonna be joking about, guys, but it's also pretty scary when you realize the whole story. But basically, this dude with an incredibly punchable face that you just saw has convinced thousands of people that he can alter weather and do other telekinetic things and offer teachings to his followers of how to be spiritual and all that stuff. The only problem is, obviously he doesn't know how to do those things, and it's not possible, I don't think. And he's scamming people out of this money that they have worked hard for while also running his whole thing like a cult.
I don't really have a definition of cult, but you could break it down as curious and unconditionally loving tribe, C-U-L-T. That would be the positive expression of a cult.
It's funny, at the beginning of this video, you can actually tell just how manipulative he actually is. He knows he will come off looking bad in this video, and he instantly says, I wouldn't say we're a cult necessarily, that's not a good word, unless you mean curious, unconditional, loving tribe. Like, get over yourself, dude, nice cover up. It's a cult and you know it. Also, I'm going to be pointing out something in the beginning here for you guys, and you're going to notice it the whole time throughout this video. But every time this guy talks, he does it in a way that uses so many ridiculous buzzwords and stretches his sentences out for so long that to a naive person, he might be seen as all-knowing or smart, but for someone that is not easily impressionable, hopefully like most of you and like me, you will realize he's literally just spewing out words. He is the living embodiment of having to meet a certain word count for a school essay and not knowing what to say. That's literally his whole shtick.
Most people are emotionally and spiritually lost. You are scared little toddlers. F you.
So as you can see, this guy's approach is a little harsh. I mean, imagine going to hear someone talk about being enlightened and they're just calling you names and cussing at you. I don't think that's how this works. And personally, I'd want my money back.
I consider myself to be nothing, really. I wear many jackets. People call me spiritual teacher, leader, entrepreneur. Basically, I'm whatever I need to be of service.
Let me see. He's nothing, a spiritual leader, entrepreneur. Oh yeah, and scam artist. That's funny, he forgot scam artist there, but don't worry, I got you, buddy. That is the most important one, and leaving that out of your list would be bad. So this idiot started making videos on YouTube and Instagram and somehow got a following. I mean, there are a lot of naive, lost people out there looking for answers and a voice to the madness that is their life, but with how surface level this guy's thoughts and teachings are, I'm honestly pretty surprised that this many people fell for it. Someone went undercover into his camp and saw how his teachings went, and after that they released a really big article against him, and the way that he did his teachings were exposed, and some of the really messed up things that he teaches these people was out there in the air too, so he had to move out of the US back to his home country of Holland. It is there where he holds these intense camps for his followers that you're gonna see some of these clips from, and it just honestly looks like craziness.
My birthday. Pretty awesome here. It looks pretty amazing. Everything is possible, and I love you.
So what you just saw was a montage of some of his moments and teachings, as he says, from his Instagram. Tell me who in their right mind sees that and says, you know what, yeah, this guy's smart and enlightened, I should follow this guy. Seriously, is he taking some of his sayings from those cringy guys from Vine and TikTok that just wink at the camera and say positive quips and then bite their bottom lip? You're special and worthy of love. Like, shut up, dude.
Infinity is just the word or symbol I came up with as 3 points of the infinity, one pointing to the field of energy out of which everything is made manifest.
So, Trinfinity is the name of his company, and wow, is that name so cheesy. Seriously, I used to write terrible comic books as a kid, and that sounds exactly like a name I would have used for one of my stories when I was like 6 years old. Trinfinity. Get it? Because it's an infinity symbol with 3 ends. I'm so deep. Here, follow me and come to my camp.
I want to be of help to truly anyone who desires this type of help.
Wait, this camp costs how much? Guys, did you just see those numbers? That's as much as rent for most people. Maybe they're using their tax returns with this garbage, but even still, who is paying that much for this idiot that just repeats the same words over and over on stage and doesn't make any sense at all?
In fact, it's about giving up everything you have for the sake of the vision.
I love how it cuts to him teaching them, it's all about giving up all you have. AKA, you better be willing to give me all your money to me. That's the only way. Is this guy reminding you of any cult leaders you've heard of in the past? Kinda scary how many similarities I'm finding with this guy. So here, guys, is where it gets to idiotic levels of self-righteousness and idiocracy in terms of how do people even believe this joke of a man? Seriously, how do you choose him to be your leader?
People ask me a lot about the whole levitation thing, and I just truly believe that these things are possible. I've experienced weird things enough for me to know that that's possible.
He says, levitation is definitely possible. I've experienced enough weird things to know it's true. Oh, and guess what his best power is?
Altering the weather is one fun, usually innocent example of how we can begin to explore some of that capacity. I've had, I'd say, over 95% success with this one in particular.
According to him, he has a 95% success rate with changing the weather. It's just a fun little way to test your mind and see what you're capable of. If that wasn't enough to convince you that this guy is a fraud, listen to this. He posted a couple stupid videos to his Instagram of him spinning a piece of tinfoil and then moving a pen supposedly with his mind. Totally not by muting the video and blowing on the object in the background. He says, I've done it once, so I've proved to myself that I can do it. I don't practice it anymore, and I don't perform it anymore in front of people. What kind of stupid logic is that? He sounds like that little punk kid in your first grade class that convinces you he can move objects with his mind, but only when nobody's around. And he could show you, but doesn't want to because it's not that important. Like, Billy, you can't freaking move pens with your mind, shut up. Oh, and what's up with this spaceship Earth stuff? Wasn't that the term already coined by another cult that is now gone and are now being parodied for Lil Uzi's next album cover? I have to repeat this another time, guys. This guy is a massive fraud and a huge joke, and it's sad to think that people still fall for this stuff in the era we live in where factual information is so easy to find, and you can easily disprove almost 90% of what this guy is saying. So, of course, whenever these people interview those attending this camp in this video, which might I remind you, these people had to pay an exorbitant amount of money to attend, of course they were all basically worshipping this guy like, he has enlightened me and those who oppose him only don't understand him. I am awakened and he is guiding me to salvation. So yeah, they're pretty brainwashed like most cults are, and then it cuts to this really weird excerpt of one of his seminars.
What's your calling? F you. F you. F you. What's your calling? F you. What's your calling?
So personally, I'm really confused at what is going on here. You got this creepy lady in the middle just staring at this poor woman who is talking to the cult leader, and he's next to her just yelling and cussing at this woman. Then you got the homie on the right munching on Doritos. I mean, dude, I get that you're hungry, but I don't think this is the best time. Also, mute your mic, everyone can hear you chewing. Actually, I don't know, guys, maybe ASMR is part of the ritual and he's just allowing them to get more connected with the seminar. You must heal the crunches of this potato chip to become fully enlightened. I'm totally not just eating my lunch in front of you. Imagine the huge paycheck they get after these seminars too. Just blows my mind. Real quick, guys, before we continue, make sure to subscribe and leave a like right now, as well as hit that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss a video when we upload. If you guys have subbed with notifications on, comment notifications on, and I'll reply to as many of you as I can saying thanks.
I'm a good person, my intentions are good, and I want what's best for everyone. I don't want anything from my community.
This guy claims he wants nothing from his community. What a big lie. What about the insane amount of money he charges for these lessons? Shouldn't he give them away for free if he truly believes in his message and actually believes his claims that he wants nothing from his community? I mean, I get that he needs money to live and to operate this thing, but you will see here in a second that this guy is far from struggling. Most definitely due to his large-scale scam he's got going on.
We as a company do make quite a bit of money. I guess it's all relative. But the majority of that goes straight back into the creation of the events, the supporting of the employees, all the technical equipment and divisions and the video production.
It's good morning. I just arrived in Dubai last night.
And yes, I will also occasionally spend that money on something that nourishes my vehicle.
Okay, man, look, I get the operating costs, but what a vapid way to say, I spent a lot of money these idiots give me. Oh wait, how can I rephrase that to not sound like a total scam artist that I am? Oh yeah, I spend money to nourish my vehicle. There, that's good. I love how he's saying this stuff about having to spend money to keep the operation running smoothly, and it just shows him in these exotic places, scuba diving, on nice boats, and smoking fancy cigars.
I enjoy taking my team to, say, a nice location somewhere in a different country.
I can only eat so much granola in silence out in the sunshine. I need some strippers and some blood or some raving or something.
Okay, what did this homie just say? Like, what an odd thing to say. Seriously, what is up with him making that weird comment and then going and doing that little weaselly laugh? Okay, now you can tell I'm kind of just getting tilted watching this, so I don't know how much more I can handle, guys. To sum it up, basically, this guy is running a giant scam operation and kind of starting his own new age cult. It's hard to believe that people are believing this BS, but apparently they are. His teachings and the superpowers he claims to have are very reminiscent of some of the more dangerous cults that you might have heard of in the past, and those never ended well. Go ahead and do your own research on that. I'm not going to explain further, but yeah. And the fact that he's becoming rich off of this stuff is just even more sad. So guys, let me know what you think of this story, as always, in the comments down below. Once again, like the video and join our sub/notification squad if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one very shortly. Peace out.